Okay.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Can we get a roll call, please, Faith?
Yes, so I have Chair Gonella,
Here.
Vice Chair Garton,
Here.
Board Member Montanti is absent, Board Member Anderson is absent, Board Member Roberts,
Here.
Board Member Ramirez,
Here.
and Main Street
Joyce.
Meredith is not here right now, but we do have a quorum.
Okay, great. We do have a forum, so let's get moving on. Okay, so first order of business, public comments. I don't think there's anyone from the public on beside these couple of vendors, correct? Anybody have a comment? No? Okay. Moving on to board comments. Any of the board members have any comments that they need to share with the group at this time? Seeing none. Is there any correspondence, Faith or Jasmine?
We don't have any this week.
Great, okay. So we move on to the consent calendar, which is the posting of the agenda. Everyone agree with the agenda? We have to do a motion on that, right? I move that we accept the agenda as it was presented by staff.
Second.
Seconded by Celia Garton. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No, okay. And approval of the minutes from the last meeting, from the September 13th meeting. I move that we accept the minutes as they were offered.
I'll second.
Seconded by Christopher Ramirez, sorry. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? No? Okay. Moving right along. We're going to move on to the legislative actions, which are the vendor reviews. First up, I think I saw the name, Beery Foods. Yes, you're shaking your head. Yes, okay. Are you on mute? Say
We
hi.
are. Oh, okay, good.
No, you're not on mute. Perfect.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your product and what you want to do at VillageFest. We're talking about spice blends and herbs, correct?
Correct, yes. It's a 21 herb and spice blend, low sodium, very healthy, and you can put in almost anything.
Okay. So is it a single?
It's a
spice
single,
blend, or are there
it's
different
a
ones?
single spice blend, and we have different jar sizes, like a 2 ounce, 5 ounce, and then half pound or to a pound, actually.
Okay. All right.
And do you make this yourselves?
Yes, we have a cottage license. I think they submitted all that stuff, and yes. We started selling it last year at the in Palm Desert farmers markets, and then we're thinking about maybe coming to Palm Springs.
Yeah, we were at COD, the street fair, most of the season last year. So
I noticed from your application that it's got almost every spice there is in there.
It has 21. Yeah, the combination. We're gonna bring you some jars so you can taste to get an idea how much, what it is, and so.
Yeah, if only we were in person, then we could do that.
We can
Yeah,
taste it.
okay, yeah.
it's a blend that my husband created. He's from Switzerland, a Swiss chef, and it's similar to a blend that we have in Europe. And we've been doing it actually for Christmas gifts for many years, and all of our friends and family love it. So they encouraged us to market it. So this is what inspired us last year, and
Great.
I think it'll be, well received at the VillageFest.
Okay. Anyone have any questions for this vendor?
I would like to ask, where do you recommend the spices used? Where is it best used?
Well, I have some, I don't have exact recipes, but I have like a compound butter. It's like a butter blend. And we have a list of things how you can use it. Like it goes on any beef, any meats, seafood, chicken,
You can use it as,
vegetables.
excuse me, you can use it as
So as a dry rub as well as
yeah.
an ingredient and dish? Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
recipes will be back up on our website. Took a hiatus during summer like everybody. So we have some new recipes coming up, and it'll be on our website, which is berryfoods.com.
Great. Okay, anyone else have any questions for these folks?
The 21 secrets, herbs and spices weren't stolen from the Colonel Sanders, were they?
No.
Oh, from Mrs. Dash.
We could get in trouble that way. So
No.
other than that, sounds great.
And spice has a meaning. I grew up in Switzerland. I made a chef's apprenticeship there, and so an example. The first time I had tarragon, for an example. So we made a filet goulash stroganoff and tarragon. First time I had it, and I liked it.
Oh,
And then later on,
I'm excited.
Later on came the States. The Thanksgiving, like sage is in there. Like for stuffings. And so it's every herb has a kind of a meaning,
Nice.
and it blends well together. So.
Okay, well, moving along, can I get a motion on the floor?
Dan, I'll move that we accept Berry Foods into Village Fest.
Okay, can I get a second?
I will second that.
Seconded by Mr. Ramirez. All in favor, aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, congratulations. You have passed muster, if you will. And
So
And
what
you
is
can
the
probably
next
make
step?
some too.
and we welcome you to the VillageFest family, and we look forward to tasting your delicious spice blend. You'll work out with Faith for your orientation and to get set up and for your start date and the like, okay?
Wonderful. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you for your
Good
time.
evening.
Thank you
Thank
for your
you.
interest in
Thank you.
VillageFest.
Thank you.
Okay, Issa Wilson, you're up next, actually. Melissa Wilson. it
Hey
says here.
there. can you hear
Handcrafted
me?
apparel, jewelry, baseball hats, belts, necklaces, and leather cuffs.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi.
Thanks for having us. My name is Issa, and my partner in the business is Pam. She's sitting across from me right now. Our company is called Geotic, which means from the earth. And we design and handcraft one-of-a-kind jewelry and fashion apparel and feature stunning raw crystals in the designs. So our collection includes jewelry, belts, and hats. So we are interested in having a booth at VillageFest. We've been doing some booths in Joshua Tree, Pioneer Town, and LA and stuff. And we've been selling through our website and social media platforms as well. And, I wanted to show you some of the pieces, but I can walk you through a little bit of our creative and technical process as well. We source raw crystals, like big pieces, like,
Mhm. Okay,
rocks.
yep.
And we cut them down, grind them, shape them accordingly to create our designs.
Mhm.
And, we use leathers, fabrics, metals, etc., to create the jewelry. I'll show you a little bit. I mean, here's one of the hats. That's a big piece of amethyst on a gold leather patch on our hat. There's a bunch of different ones.
Now, do you
here.
manufacture any of the items that you embellish with the crystals? Meaning, like, do you actually manufacture the belts, or do you purchase? them?
Yeah, we do. I mean, we make, here you go. Here's one of the belts. That's a quartz crystal
Okay.
with, here we go. There's a big amethyst.
Yeah.
So,
Now, do you make the belt itself as well?
yeah,
or-
well, we cut them. We buy the leather. We have like big hides. We
Oh,
cut
okay.
strips.
Yep.
Yeah. And, the jewelry, that's a hand wrap, wired jewelry. Some of it's with fabrics as well. We mix it up. It's pretty,
Yeah.
different, unique kind of stuff.
And I assume that you purchased the chain link, right?
Yeah, we make them too. We buy like, chain links and put them together,
Okay.
wire, all kinds of fabrics from like leopard print to gold metallics and, cool, funky stuff. There's a ton of different ones. There's, all kinds of colors and here's a nice one.
Are you planning to sell any just raw crystal as well, or are you only selling
No, just the-
crystal embellished things?
Just the jewelry, the hats and belts. Those are right now what, makes up our collection.
Okay.
The crystals itself, no, that's not our line, our deal. But there's just tons of stuff. I could go on and on. That's a rainbow crystal. It's wrapped in different. There's a choker. with an amethyst. Yeah, I showed that one. Yeah, here's one amethyst with like a leopard print,
Mhm.
you know?
Fun. Yeah.
So there's some cool stuff. It's different. It's definitely
Yeah,
unique.
it
We're
is,
getting
yeah.
like a lot of people that, that use these for like photo shoots and some films, So we're excited and, we'd love to have a booth. We have a really cool booth set up. I could send you pictures of. I may have already, I'm not sure, but, it goes on and on.
Anyone have any questions or comments for these two ladies? No? Okay. Well, without further ado, can I get a motion on the floor?
I move that we accept Geotic, is it Geotic?
Chaotic, yeah.
Geotic, as a vendor at VillageFest.
I'll second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? No? Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Village Fest family. You will work out with Faith all the
Yes.
details and the orientation and your start date and the like, okay? Thank you for your interest in
Excellent.
Village Fest. Well,
Thank you for
very much,
coming.
guys. Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
all right. Next up, we're waiting on Christopher Banks. Has he? No, he hasn't joined. Nor has Tacos L100. Okay, so there's a few more vendors on here. I'll tell you what, since there is no other vendors on the call.
Oh, here he
there
is.
you go, there's Echo. Let's go with it. Christopher, I don't know if you can hear us, but can you please turn on your video and your audio? Getting there, and here we are. Hi there,
Can
how
you
are
hear
you?
me? How you
Yes, we can.
doing?
Yes, we can.
Hello. How's y'all day going so
Welcome.
far?
Okay, so just take a couple of minutes to tell us about your music and what you want to do at Village Fest. I believe you wanted to do it for this Thursday, is that correct?
Yeah, I was hoping to do a little performance on Thursday. Come out to the Village Fest. It's definitely something I've been wanting to do for a couple of years now. My music is real like R&B based, a little bit of hip hop here and there, but I think it's definitely something that can bring people together 100%. Yeah.
And Faith, it is possible to fast track it like that?
Yeah, I was looking at the schedule. I know he wanted to try it out, and
Okay.
although I do book in advance, we could possibly put him in the farmers market this week.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So anybody have any questions for Christopher Banks?
Is this a single performance, or are you wanting to do this on some kind of consistent basis?
You're on mute,
You're on
Banks.
your mute.
Is that better?
There you go.
There you go, that's better.
I definitely want to do this on a more of a consistent basis. I would love to come out every other Thursday to definitely come and do something. It's gonna be definitely a single performance, just me, and I might have my buddy come in a DJ with me, but that's probably at most that I'll have with me. Just so my music is gonna be just so my music can be played out loud.
Okay. David?
Yeah.
I assume you're gonna be able to sell CDs or downloads or anything? Or are you doing
no.
it for exposure for parties and events and stuff?
Yeah, so more so exposure. All my music is on Spotify, Apple Music. I don't have, don't do CDs like that. It's more so everything's on platforms. So I
I'm
am
showing my age, I'm sorry.
That's all good. It's all good. I wish we could do CDs. Those were amazing. But yeah, more so it is for more so exposure, getting my name heard, so I can get into events. My dream is to definitely one day headline Coachella. So I have to start getting my name out there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what is your
Uh,
instrument? What is your instrument?
I sing. So I sing, and I definitely can play like pianos here and there, but mainly I am a singer. I sing, I rap sometimes. I'm just an artist. That's the best
Okay.
way I can explain it.
Cool.
So you have tracks
you're-
backing you up.
sorry.
Yeah, I have background tracks of what me and my producers have made together, and I just kind of put on a nice little performance for everybody.
Okay.
And you have about I was reading too, and I know we've chatted, but about like 18,000 like monthly listeners and
Yeah,
stuff, and it's
so I
growing,
have-
right?
Oh,
Yeah, so my music has been growing in these past, like I've been doing music this past like 3-4 years now. I want to say I dropped my first song when I was 18, and yeah, it's been growing. Right now, I do have 20,000 monthly listeners on my Spotify and my
Wow.
Instagram, and my Instagram following has gone from like 600 to about 23,000. So
That's
I have
great.
definitely been growing as an artist, and I'm grateful for the people that I've been working with. Because without them, I doubt this wouldn't be happening.
yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, without further ado, can we get a motion on the floor?
I'm
I'll make a-
motion. I'm sorry. I'd like to motion that Banco be accepted for this week's up and
So
coming
moved by
presentation.
David Anderson.
you.
Can I get a second? A
I'll
second?
second that.
Okay, seconded by Christopher Ramirez. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? No. Congratulations, Chris.
Thank
And
you so
welcome
much,
to the
y'all.
VillageFest family, and we look forward to hearing your
Woo!
tunes.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Excited.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
For you.
Dang. Hey,
And maybe
yeah,
that'll be
great.
my first Coachella if you actually do
Yeah.
that.
Come on. Hey, come on now. I like to hear that. Hell yeah.
All
Is there
right.
anything else
So,
y'all need from me?
all right, so you'll be in touch with Faith, I guess tomorrow,
Okay.
Faith, and then to figure out about Thursday. Okay, yeah, so please get in touch with Faith tomorrow so we can set
Yeah.
it for Thursday because she's gonna
Yeah,
fast.
Franco,
track
you could just give me a call and we'll go ahead and take care of it. We'll get y'all
Yeah.
set up.
Got you, Faith. Thank you so much.
And going forward, when you want to perform, you'll let Faith know in advance because it's not typical that we book in like a day or
Yeah.
two, but
Thank I'm grateful that y'all got me in this quick.
okay, great. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Good luck
you.
to you.
All right. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks,
You
you
too.
too.
Thank you, Chris.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vendors on the docket, but nobody on the call.
Yeah, so what I do is I stagger them because usually I give like 15 minutes block for like 3 vendors.
Okay,
So that's why, since a few of them dropped out, their time slot has not come up. So I just looked up the next one, which is the tacos, and I gave him a 6 o'clock time slot to take care of all these other vendors that were ahead of him. So,
Well, so then you have to sing, Faith. I mean, you have to fill up the time.
oh, I don't think we want that. I can call, I can try to call him and see if he's able to jump on.
okay.
Well, I'll put you guys on.
Chair Ganella, if you want to move forward with other business, a little
Okay,
further
so-
down, we're more than welcome to.
Okay, any unfinished business? None. There is no new business. Reports and requests, are there any public reports? Or requests, board reports? Main Street, nothing because Joy's not here. Okay. And subcommittee reports, I had mentioned this to Greg before the meeting started, but we're proposing to defer this discussion as we are working to arrange a study session. And there's some good work being done on this. You guys are doing a great job with it. And we would like to give it the attention and focus it deserves, honestly, rather than just make quick comments to try to rush out at the end of the meeting. If that's okay with you guys, okay? David,
Yes.
right? Yep.
Yes, great.
Okay, perfect. All right, so that brings us through, are there any staff reports?
Dan, the only thing I would add is whenever you schedule that meeting, as I said earlier, I'll be gone from October 11th until November 7th. So I will be out of the country, and if we could schedule after November 7th, that'd be ideal.
Greg, you don't want to do a Zoom call from Europe?
I think that might get a little expensive, Celia.
He's going to very rural areas, so there's no signal there.
Plus,
All
he's
right,
probably not going to
so,
be doing anything fun, so he'd want to be on a Zoom call, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll try to plan to do that during November at some point.
Good.
Okay. All right. Any staff reports? Jasmine?
So the only staff report I wanted to follow up on is I did inquire based on our last meeting, whether we would be able to start having in-person meetings. I've been told we are still on hold, and I said I will continue to check. Our board is very anxious to get back in person to hold our meetings, and just basically was told we need to just continue to hold on.
Okay. All right. More to come on that.
I just wanted to hop in, Faith and Jasmine. So on the digital, we can always come back to this comment. But,
Oh, go ahead. You can finish your comment.
I was just going to mention if there's anything that we also too want to push out digitally on the socials, or perhaps feature something, you know, we can always touch base as well, because I know that's an easy way to kind of communicate. But we can loop around after this meeting.
Okay. Okay. I'm not matching up names here. Why am I not?
So we have Jane Bark, who is with the
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's Association.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, Jane. So yeah, let's just move to Jane at this point. Tell us a little bit about what you want to do at Village Fest, how you will promote, and
Okay.
we'll deliberate.
I'll take it from there. So I'm Janie Bark. I'm with Alzheimer's Association in Coachella Valley off of 111 in Portola. And all the services that we offer for support for our community, our loved ones, our caregivers, and those with Alzheimer's and memory loss are supported by the funds we receive. So our fundraiser that we have yearly, we've been 25 years in the Valley. We have our Walk to End Alzheimer's at Palm Desert Civic Park on October 29th. And so we would love to have you accept us to be on the 6th and the 13th at the Village Fest, so that we can promote the walk, and also have flyers and literature that just show exactly what we do in our calendar, so that we can help serve those who are going through this difficult journey in our Valley.
Very nice. Good. Any questions, David?
You're muted, David.
David, you're so soft-spoken.
There.
Sorry. Kind of on subject, but didn't the FDA announce something pretty exciting today about Alzheimer's potential cure, or some drugs that are effective?
I will tell you that last weekend we painted the town purple with posters all across the Valley. And I would say every second place someone came up to us and said, I have a grandmother who has this. What is the cure? How about turmeric? How about this? How about, I heard Viagra too, everything. I do have a science app on my phone. It tells me up to date. I can put in and see if someone, just to validate that. There is no cure. So there are things that you can of course help, and the number one risk is age. So anybody over 65, and we even have people with early onset come in the office in desperation with their loved ones. But obviously healthy nutrition, social ability, a healthy brain activity, although sometimes I have to pay a friend to see if there's an L in the letter Wordle. If you do Wordle, you know what I'm talking about. But anything you can do with little games to help you, help, and all those components really help. I did see that multivitamins help if you take that. Also, the flu shot, they find that there's a 30% less risk. there's different dementia is the umbrella, and then there's different types of dementia from Lewy body, Alzheimer's, and so forth. So it's really important to be diagnosed early so that you can find out your journey, or find out that, in some cases, that it's a UTI infection that's caused cognitive confusion. So it doesn't necessarily mean you have it, and it sounds so scary when diagnosed, but we really offer a lot of support. We have an 800 number that people call. I used it with my own mother when she had dementia and we wanted to take her car away from her with dignity. When you call that number, it's master's level clinicians who answer the phone, and it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week they answer. And that is huge because you have somebody who knows what they're talking about, because when we answer the phone, or as I say, people just walk in our office and they don't know where to turn and where to go. We have Alzheimer's Explorer Clubs. We took them to the tram and had lunch up there with their caregivers. All of it is paid, all the fees, all the lunches, because of support from the walk and things like that. We went to the Air Museum. They're going to Sunnylands next month. We have in our office and on Zoom across the valley, in-person and virtual support groups where they can come in and talk, and just so many services that I can talk about. But everybody should be interested in it because 1 in 3 seniors dies with Alzheimer's or dementia now, and the increase in the caregivers, if we don't find a cure by 2050, it's likely to break the healthcare system, because we see it too. There's such a large percentage of caregivers who, we have one young man whose brother has early onset, and he had a fabulous job in LA, but he had to quit his job and come down and caregive. So there's so many caregivers who are unpaid, and they either can't afford it, or they've already spent their retirement. So we really need to be proactive and to find a cure for this.
Thank you for the update.
No, sorry, that was too much. But if
No,
you
no,
ever want
no,
to email me and
No,
say,
not at all.
hey, I heard about this, or I heard about that. Honestly, I thought, my own doctor said, what about vitamins? At my last appointment, he saw that I worked for Alzheimer's Association. He said, what about vitamins? I said, not yet. And then I just sent him the email from the Science Hub saying there is some studies. We have so many universities, pharmaceutical companies, and everything that are really getting a lot of headway. We have one person who comes in the support group, and he is on a trial in Los Angeles, and his symptoms have not continued to digress. So that's huge. That would be a great start. So we also go out if anybody's interested, and we talk to companies, we talk to staff. I know we spoke with JW Marriott and said to their HR, hey, would you like us to talk to your staff or employees? Or, oh no, we don't have, we're good. We don't need that. And we can pop by at lunch and just stay there over your 2 shifts of lunch. And they were absolutely blown away at how many people who are employees of theirs who do their shift at the Marriott, and then they go home and they do the second shift at home with loved ones. Wow. So they really do need support. So I hope that, the Village Fest is a lot of fun too, but we will be out there spreading the word about the walk.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you for the work you do. It's very
Yes.
important.
Thank you. Thanks.
Greg, you were raising your hand?
Yeah, Jane, I know you said that you wanted to promote the walk that's coming up, and I applaud you for that. I think given the demographics of the crowd that participates in Village Fest, you're going to have a lot of people asking a lot of questions. Will you have people there that can answer questions and hand out literature? Because I think that's the greater good that you can serve of people who just don't know what to do or where to turn.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you for asking. So Kimberly Spiegel, not only as our regional director, Courtney Weir, committed to being at the table, but also Kimberly Spiegel, and she's the one who does all the outreach and education. Just lost her mother in April to Alzheimer's. So we all have not only a personal connection, but we also can speak to them about making time for either them to come in the office or over the phone. And Kimberly provides, and Courtney, about a 30-minute, 30 to 45 or however long, answering the questions that they have and following up with them. So thank you for asking that. Yeah, because we do find, I mean, as I said, when I went out with the posters, people come up to you all the time and ask for help. So.
Great.
Dan, I wholeheartedly move that the Alzheimer's Association be welcomed into the VillageFest family.
I second it. That's great.
Okay, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, it's unanimous. Congratulations. Thank you again, Jane, for all the work you do. And we look forward to having you at Village Fest to promote the walk as well as to provide information. I think there's a lot of people here that can really use this.
Great, and thank you. And I will let you know next time, Faith, I'll send you an email. We had a really super informative at the Mizell Center in June for the LGBTQ plus community, which is a whole unique needs of themselves for Alzheimer's Association. So we're glad we're going to be in Palm Springs and hopefully help a lot of those folks too. So thank you.
Thank you.
Jane.
Thank you, Jen.
Thanks. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Okay. Next up, we have Alfredo Orozco. Tacos Al 100.
Yes, correct.
Alfredo, can you open your camera and your microphone?
Start your video.
Actually, you have your microphone on.
Yeah, I have my microphone. I don't actually have camera access on my computer that I'm at right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
Is,
can he just talk? He has no camera, so can he just
Yeah.
say verbally?
Talk us through the food and how you'll present it. And
Okay, so we are a family-owned food truck business, and we serve authentic Mexican food. We serve from tacos, quesadillas, burritos, tortas, quesadillas, nachos, and as well as carne asada fries. So that's kind of everything that consists in our menu.
okay.
And we produce everything we make is fresh. We cook it all there inside the food truck. Nothing is prepared elsewhere. So the food truck, is capable of preparing all the meals in there by order.
Great. Okay. And it's not a showstopper either way. Just curious. How long typically does it take for you to produce an order when someone walks up to the truck and they order food?
Typically around, some items are definitely faster than others. But I'd say from 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
If we got a big crowd,
Yeah.
15, sometimes it extends, but we
Yeah.
try to be as fast as possible and get the line moving.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions?
I move that we accept Tacos Al 100 into the Village Fest.
So moved by Vice Chair Garten. I'll second it. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? David?
One.
Okay.
I'd like to abstain. It's just kind of hard. There were no photos. No picture. I'd just like to see. I'm sorry.
The pictures are in the office in the files. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And it has to go through the food. I mean, it has to go through the food
Board of Health.
department. They have to, the health
The
department.
health
So,
department.
Yeah, it
Yes,
has to be
correct.
approved, all of that. So it's not,
I'm just abstaining. It wasn't a no, okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have everything in order from health department to licensing and everything.
okay, so it was passed anyway.
Yeah, no, it was passed. Absolutely. So congratulations. Welcome to Village Fest, and we'll look forward to having your food truck there and tasting your food.
Thank you for the opportunity.
You'll work out with Faith as far as your orientation and your start date and the like.
Okay, sounds perfect.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Likewise, you guys have a wonderful night.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Alfredo. so I see Summer Helene and Alexis Romero, but I'm not making a connection to what the vendor is.
They
Yeah.
are the MMA.
Ah.
They're free
Ah.
MMA.
Oh, okay, here we go. All right, so this is martial arts, correct?
Pardon, I'm sorry, we're at a premiere and it's a bit loud in here.
Okay. Okay, can you explain to us what you're promoting or showing at Village Fest?
Of course. So Free MMA is a free mixed martial arts gym for children, adults, and seniors. We provide mixed martial arts, and self-defense for ages 6 to 106. Bear Fiorda is the gentleman that founded Free MMA. He is an MMA fighter himself. And we have been in business since 2018.
And you're a nonprofit?
We are
we
not.
are. The main goal we started it was because martial arts gave me a career, gave me a path, a life, something I can use to give to the community. And I wanted to offer that to everybody, regardless of whether they could afford to pay the dues or not. I didn't want that to be a hindrance to anyone's ability to train and better themselves, be it maybe getting a better place mentally or physically, or if they want to turn this into a career like I have. And the whole point was to offer this to the Valley or further. And we think that getting involved in the Village Fest will be another great way to provide this service to those out there who may not know we exist.
I'm a little confused by something because
Yeah.
I'm hearing free MMA and I thought it was free. It was a nonprofit and a free service, but you also mentioned about paying a subscription.
No, we are not a paid institution. We never collect any, we collect only donations from those that are able to offer a donation. But one of the things that we do is Bear Fights. We bring on sponsors for his fights, and all of that money goes to keeping us going and providing this service at no cost to the community. We never charge for a single class ever.
Hmm.
And you're located in Palm Desert, you two?
We're located in Cathedral City on the corner.
Cathedral City.
So can you walk us through it? If some, say a youngster came into your establishment and wanted to participate in martial arts, you would train him free of charge?
Yes, we would. Specifically, I or one of my other instructors would. We have them walk in, they come inside, we have them sign a release form, go through some other paperwork, such as any medical information, emergency contacts. We have them sign up for the gym, but we never charge them for an admission fee, a package, a yearly subscription. They just come in, take the class. And in fact, thank you for bringing up uniforms. If they participate and test for a specific belt, we do Taekwondo classes as well. We actually do gift them the uniform for free for coming and participating in that.
When they pass for their belt.
So you rely on sponsorships?
Yes.
And is that what you're trying to promote through Village Fest, to get more sponsors?
No, ma'am.
No, the goal was to get more students involved. See, we do awesome sponsors that take care and help the gym out. I personally also have a social media account with over 1 million followers, and we use the revenue from those videos that I make to also support the nonprofit. This is actually our goal here, is just to get more people in the gym, let people know we exist. We're here, want to come and utilize our facilities and our teaching.
And what will you actually present physically at Village Fest? Are you showing videos of you fighting? Are you demonstrating? I guess I'm not following. I'm trying to visualize this at Village Fest, and I'm having a hard time putting that together.
So one of the things that we had discussed is possibly having some of our students come down and do a demonstration, chat with the locals that are here in the area, anybody that's interested. We have Bear Fiorda that is also in town most Thursdays in the evening, or he will be dependent on his training schedule. And we just wanted to chat with the local area.
And you'll be handing out literature as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have a location where you train?
Yes.
Yes.
So you're obviously trying to get more people somewhat close to you.
Yes, sir.
I think it sounds a great thing. It's something to keep, I think I heard that, I'm sorry, is your name Jared?
Jared.
Alexis, sorry, Alexis. That it was something transformational in your life. Is that right?
Say it again.
It was transformational in your life.
Oh, absolutely. I had so many options going into my adulthood, choosing what I wanted to do for a career, but nothing ever spoke out to me like martial arts did, and competing and making this just my full-time career in life.
I'm totally impressed and amazed, and I think it's something you should be proud of, and I would be happy to support you 100%. I think what you're offering is a great alternative to gangs, drug, violence, theater, whatever.
I tell people is when I was training as a kid, I had lots of different friends out in Desert Hot Springs. And when some of them can no longer afford the classes, like parents are going to pick between electricity bills or martial arts, they're going to pick the bills. When they drop out, I noticed some of them joining gangs, getting involved in drugs. Actually, a couple of them passed away. And it's my firm belief that if they stayed in martial arts, stayed with what they were doing, or at least could have, they would have gone a completely different path. Maybe taken my road, competing, or at the very least, having a healthier mindset, not getting involved in the negative behaviors that they did.
Congratulations. Best of luck.
Anybody have any other comments or questions?
Well, so just to reiterate, so basically off the prize money and things like that, that funds sort of this mission within the community, correct?
It does.
Cool. Okay, cool.
I'm not sure, honestly, how I feel about giving demonstrations. I mean, it's martial arts. Martial arts is fighting, okay? And it's a family event, and we do have children there, and I guess I don't want children walking around the event mimicking that and throwing kicks and doing other things. So I do have a minor concern about that facet of it, to be honest. I mean, I think it's great to offer literature and try to encourage people to come and do it as a sport. I don't know about a physical demonstration of it. And I'm happy to be corrected if anyone on the board feels differently.
Well, maybe just having students showing up in uniform so they can answer questions from people that pass by. Maybe they don't need to actually demonstrate the martial art. Maybe they can just, kind of represent the martial art in how they're dressed and so forth.
I'm not going to disagree with the gentleman with the physical combat stuff, whereas I probably would not have to my adult students sparring. I wouldn't show physical what looks like fighting. If we do demonstrations, I do understand that concern. There are other things we could do as long as everyone could agree with it, of course. That would be basically non-violent. There's special demonstrations, what we call things that are more showmanship, that just look very appealing and cool. And might, but it doesn't show people getting hit, punched, kicked, taken down, nothing that is overtly violent to them. But of course, that is, again, just within ramifications of whatever everyone here is comfortable with. We're not going to go agree to what you say we can do and then go behind your backs. We want to make sure everyone's on the same page for what we're going to do while we're out there on Thursday nights.
Does that help at all, Dan?
I guess, it's still a public display of fighting, no matter how you twist or turn, right? It's a sport, I get that.
Okay.
And I think that was just an option. It was something that came to mind if there was something that you wanted us to provide as a physical demonstration or something to that method. But we're happy just to have some of the children come out and hand out flyers as well to those that are interested.
Well, I think as a nonprofit, if this is going in as a nonprofit category, it's really about providing information for the nonprofit and encouraging people to get involved with the nonprofit. I don't know that it's about encouraging people to take on martial arts or not. But again, like I said, that's my personal opinion.
And Bears offered demonstrations at the Boys and Girls Club on numerous occasions, as well as center at Mizell and Cathedral City.
Great. Okay. David?
And I understand your concern, and I probably would like to definitely see a demonstration or see him make his presentation and encourage young people to do this. I want to go on record by saying I think it's a great opportunity to change people's lives, because I have a nephew that went down the wrong path and graduated from high school and is flipping burgers and doesn't care, but he had every intention of going all the way up to get his martial arts plans and just gave up one day. I would love something like this to be there, and so I would love to be the first one to nominate this for approval.
So the accessibility is what's really appealing, right?
Exactly.
And yes, because it's accessible regardless of your economic class. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do like that part of it. Yes, Greg.
I agree with you, Dan. I'm not sold on the idea of fighting at the Village Fest, but I have to tell you, I'm extremely proud of your concept. I think the world needs
absolutely
more things like you two, who are bringing value and service to the community for those who can't afford to pay for it. Here's my thought. I would love to see you do more to promote what it is you're trying to develop and grow that. Because I think sooner or later, you're going to reach a point of diminishing returns. You'll have so many people that you just can't accommodate them all. And really, at the end of the day, what you need are funds to grow your business and develop your idea. I support what you're doing, but I would like to ask you to think about developing your business model more so than showcasing MMA fighting. I think that would be of greater value to the community, to say, here's an after-school activity to keep kids off the street and give them some skills that they need in this very, very hard, tough world we live in.
Very well put. Yeah, and I should go on record to say that I very much support what you do. And I think really what you're promoting, or what I'd like to see being promoted at Village Fest, is more of the discipline of it and the life direction of it. In other words, the positive impact on life rather than the actual sport itself. If we had a football team who was coming, I wouldn't want them sparring, in the middle of Village Fest, but I'd want them talking about how you actually integrate that into your life and how it impacts your life. That I love. I love that whole message about what you have to say.
Bear, I have to believe not only your skills, but your words. I suspect you have words that you can share with people that could potentially be life-changing. Yep. And that's what I'd like to see you step up and do. And I applaud you for that.
Role model, absolutely. Yeah.
And I think that might be an important part of even having you there, Bear, at the Village Fest, as a leader in the community, and just being able to offer this to the community, I think is really good. And like you had mentioned, Dan and Dave and Greg, about discipline and kind of all these positive traits about training in the sport and being focused and essentially kind of keeping kids on track and having these great traits. But I do agree, that I don't think maybe the sport and the movement of it should happen, but perhaps it's more just kind of being out there educating and kind of offering the service in a safe and kind of healthy way, because of course there will be children at the Village Fest. So being able to capture them and maybe gauge their interests would be best. So let me
positive
see.
Influence. Yep. Absolutely.
So do we have a motion? Where are we?
I made a motion.
Oh, you did. I'm going to second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so very
Welcome
much.
to the Village Fest family, and I think it's great what you do for kids, especially. It's also nice for seniors because they can protect themselves, but I like to not think of it that way, again, because that's the violent edge of it. But I like to think of it more as an influence in life and a direction and role modeling and positive influence. It's great.
When would you be thinking of going onto the streets, Bear?
Beg your pardon, can you repeat that?
Yes, when would you be thinking of attending VillageFest?
How soon do you want to start?
We were hoping to start this coming Thursday or this Thursday.
Okay.
This coming, all right, well, you know what, you'll have to work that out with Faith, but you have to go through orientation first.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's possible, but could be. And Faith will work out all those details with you.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, now we're waiting on Juan Oliva Hernandez and Blue.
I have the vendor that's Rasvados, and he's trying to figure out how to log on, so I'm just trying to help him.
Okay.
Is that Juan?
Mhm.
Okay. And I Heart Mac and Cheese, I guess they didn't make it.
He's getting some assistance.
Okay,
Sometimes when people haven't done it, it's a little more difficult for them to figure it out.
oh yeah.
Where are you heading in Europe, Greg?
We're going to predominantly be in Portugal, but cross over into Spain and then end up in England.
That'll be beautiful times. Is this your first
Yeah.
time in Portugal?
It is my first time in Portugal, not Spain, so I'm really looking forward to it. We think we may look for a place there. It's if you read about it, and it seems like a pretty great place to live, and it's extremely cost effective.
Right.
You know, so we'll see.
Yeah, they have the cool golden visa program.
They do, but you know, they've limited it to the big cities are no longer part of it. You have to go into more rural areas. They want to recruit people, but yeah, we'll look at that and see if that's a possibility. The Algarve, the southern region, which is more like Southern California with oceans and touristy areas, is the area that we are gravitating to.
Think Portugal's Riviera. That's basically what it is.
That's right, Dan. And you know, they call it the California of the 50s. They say it's just really a fantastic place to be. So we'll give
the
a full
Algarve is fantastic. It was my favorite part of all Portugal, but there's so much good in Portugal. It's a beautiful country.
Just to give you perspective, we're a town we're staying in is Portimao, and it's on the ocean. We're going to stay, and it's off season, of course, but we're going to stay in a 5-star hotel. It's $120 a night.
Oh.
And that includes breakfast.
Yeah.
That's great. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
It's very interesting on the Algarve because you're on the Atlantic Ocean, but because you're facing south and the Atlantic Ocean goes this way, east and west, there's like no waves. It's very calm, beautiful. First time we went, we rented a house that was on a bluff overlooking that. And it was really quite fantastic. And then the second time I went to the Algarve, we did it, we rented a house in this little town called Salima it's this little fishing village right on the water. And there's just a couple of restaurants and stores. And then it's the homes, and you go up the mountain. It's like a big cliff. You have to go up the mountain. It's like a winding road. And the houses are like you come up behind them and they're on the mountain looking out over the cliff, basically, over the town. It was just amazing. Actually, before we bought the house here, we were planning to do it in the Algarve as well, but I was supposed to be working in London. That was before I left my job. It's so intoxicating. Once you're there, you feel like I don't even want to go home. Someone could just send my clothes. And the food, fantastic.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
It's a very Mediterranean diet. I'm hoping I lose some weight.
I don't know. They have a lot of mozzarella and stuff like that too. That's the problem.
A lot of port wine.
Yeah, it's true.
And there is a cherry liqueur that they're known for. And there's a little place in Lisbon. It's this little bar, like catty corner on a corner that's all yellow tile. And you go in and I think it's €1, and they give you a shot of it with a cherry in it. And you go outside and you drink it and then you eat the cherry and spit the pit out. There's all pits all over the ground outside. And it's kind of a thing that people do. And it's their pick me up. It's like a tiramisu for them. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's their, you know, afternoon espresso. Instead, they're having a cherry liqueur, sour cherry liqueur. It's pretty amazing.
That's fun.
Juan, I see that you're on. I'm not sure if you are able to start your video and your audio yet. Or perhaps Faith is on the phone with you now trying.
Okay,
I see you.
all we need is for you to unmute now.
Can you start your audio? You'll see a mute button probably on the bottom or the top.
There's 3 little dots on the top of your screen. If you click on that, it should.
Well, he's unmuted, but you can't hear him.
Can't
It
hear
could be
him.
the phone.
Can
Juan,
you
do
hear
you
us?
hear us? If you hear us, wave.
Hi, how are you?
Oh,
Ah,
good.
there you
Good,
are.
good, good. Now
Perfect.
we're good.
Okay.
The volume is so bad. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
We can hear you
Oh, beautiful.
perfectly.
I'm so sorry. Technology is not my cup of tea. I apologize.
Well, it's not a problem because you're not proposing to come to Village Fest and teach technology, so we're good. So we're good.
Okay.
I'm sure
Yeah,
your
yeah.
food is much better than your technology. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your shaved ice, how you do it, and do you actually make the flavorings or any of that like yourself, or?
No, I have my own recipes, but for the moment I want to get everything by Amazon and other store.
Yeah.
I want to get the containers because it's easier to me.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah,
Okay.
it's for that.
So is it
No.
just shaved ice? Is that your total product?
It's a total product, only shaved ice and flavors, and maybe some of them a little bit spicy, but that's it. It's the only product that I need.
So is it kind of like a snow cone and then there's a like a sweet sauce that's poured over it, or are
Exactly.
these more like a sorbet or like a granita?
Actually, that I want to do is with a big jar, the party jar. It's a big glass, not because it looks pretty, but it's more pretty for kids. So for that reason, I wanted to do it in a beautiful container, but it's simple and delicious at the same time.
Okay. Anyone have any questions for Juan?
No.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Juan.
I would like to know if I could get a space in the corner, or I will get a space at the center of the street, because I need to set up beautiful the tent. This is my only question that I have.
Okay, Faith. I don't know if you can answer to that.
Yeah, so we'll go through all that at the orientation.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there are old tents on Village. You have been to Village Fest, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how the tents are. So you want a corner to set up your tent. Why would that be?
It's because if I got a space in the corner, I would like to make a new window to deliver the ice cream or the raspados.
Does she want like an
Because-
ordering station and then another window where they pick up their order?
Yeah.
Many of the tents have that now, and they have it side by side.
Okay. No
So-
worries.
so
It's
it's
okay.
doable. But anyway, but you can work that out with Faith after.
Okay. No,
And you're
it's
going to
only-
be having those large glasses, Juan?
Yes.
Those plastic ones, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So
I
it
was
won't be
gonna
like
say-
a traditional snow cone it'll be more in these glasses with or a cup with a straw, correct? Or will there be little spoons?
That's correct.
Okay.
Do you have a shape or size or an example? You can show us how big it is?
Yes, let me see. I have here an example.
Faith or Jasmine, I have a question. Is there, I know there was a push at one point for recyclable and sustainable and using sustainable food containers. Would a plastic cup qualify at this point?
That's a good question. I would have to relook at the information that the Sustainability Commission sent for us. But it would probably be best, I can work offline with the vendor, get a sample of the cup and compare it to some of the literature that was provided to us from the Sustainability Office.
And Juan, just to understand, we are our town here is going through a sustainability push for a lot of things. Like we have we all received organic waste bins so that we could put our food scraps in there for composting and things like that. And they were pushing for food services to use compostable food containers. So that's why I asked if it was a snow cone, because those are in a paper container, which paper is compostable, right? So you'd have to review the format with them, just make sure that it fits, because it's a new standard for us. And we can't violate the standard, right? If it's required. If it's a suggested standard, then of course that's a different thing. That's why I was asking that question, but Jasmine will get a little more information on that for you, okay?
Do you have a sample of your cup?
Yes, I have it here. So my idea was
can you show
that
it
my clients could keep a beautiful container, not put it in the trash immediately. You can take your container at home and you can use it in the future, but because it's really beautiful.
So if it's reusable, Jasmine, that's interesting. If it's reusable,
yes, it's reusable.
It doesn't need to be compostable.
It's reusable.
Can we see it?
Yeah, give me a second. It's here. Let me put it back. It's this.
Oh,
I know what those
I remember seeing that. Yes.
Oh, the kids love those.
They do.
Yeah, the kids will love it.
Nobody's going to throw that away.
Oh, that's cool. Nice idea. So, Jasmine, when you do look into it, I guess that's the key piece of information to bring with it, is that he's actually providing a reusable glass that he expects them to take home with them and use it.
Yeah, actually, I have a little paper with some information.
Okay.
And the information said it's reusable because people will love it. Trust me.
Great. That's very cool. Okay.
I think the kids will love it.
All right. Can we get a motion on the floor?
Yeah,
I make a motion. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Celia,
You go ahead. You go ahead, Dan.
I make a motion that we accept Raspados Nahar into the food service court.
Can I second it under the condition that we get everything approved? Because it is beautiful.
That's
Is that
implied.
given? Okay,
That's implied, yes.
thank you.
Okay, so seconded by David, with the caveat, of course, that, we have to look in, that Jasmine's going to confirm that the container's not a problem, okay? All right, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Congratulations, Mr. Hernandez. You are part of the VillageFest family, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Beautiful. I'm so happy for that, guys. Thank you so much.
Happy for you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Have a beautiful day. No, beautiful day. No, have a beautiful life.
Beautiful.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
guys. Ciao,
Bye.
ciao.
Okay. So, Faith, were you able to get in touch with Blue Brian?
Yeah, I was not able to get in touch with him. So
All right, so
I think that's about it.
we're going to call that a no-show because we've covered all of our other business.
Yes.
And Does the board have anything else they want to raise before I make a motion to adjourn? Anything from staff? Okay, I'm going to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second.
All in favor, aye.
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 None opposed. Thank you all. And the
Record
is
meeting.
Adjourned at, what time is it? 6:35. Pretty good, guys.
Great meeting.
Yep, great
Yes.
meeting.
Just
We
in
can have
time for
more
my
like
7
this.
o'clock meeting.
All right, everybody
Bye-bye.
have a wonderful evening. Enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of it. Talk to you soon.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.